Good morning, boys and girls. Look at this. Today is Thursday, August 27th, 2020, and you're probably watching this while you're doing your math work because this video is a video to recap what we learned in math today. Now, I'm going to make this video kind of easy for 4th and 5th because I'm going to post the same video for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Hopefully, it works okay. All right, so yesterday we were talking about number sentences, right? And I know my 4th and 5th graders remember this from when we were in the classroom together, right? Another way we can say that, sometimes you hear this word, the equation. Equation, I see the word equate, like equal, because when you have an equation, you have an equal sign, and what goes on one side of the equation has to be the same as what goes on the other side of the equation. Otherwise, it's not correct, or we would say it's false, right? If the two sides aren't the same, I'm gonna draw this with the line here. That means, no, it's not correct. They're not the same. So let's do something simple. If I put a 5 here, I have to put a 5 here. So then this first one is true, right? And I know it's true because both sides are the same. Yeah. So this one down here, I put this, oh no, it's wrong, it's false. If I put a 5 over here, then over here I might put a 4, right? Because 5 does not equal, that's what we can say with this when we see this slash, does not equal 4. So we would say that this is a false statement. It's not true, right? So true means, let me get a different color in here. True means correct or right. False means incorrect, which we said incorrect meant not correct or wrong, right? So then we practiced with some statements of our own. So let me get a different color. I'm going to get a gray color. See if we can see this. So then we practiced, right? And we had 3 steps. Do you guys remember the 3 steps? Okay, let's start simple. 3, oh, you can't see that. Let's go back to my blue. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Now some of you, yeah, I know the answer, Miss Venable, right? But since we're making this for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we're going to take a minute now and think of step 1, right? Because we're trying to decide, that's ultimately what we're doing, right? We're trying to decide, is this statement, right, is this number sentence, is this equation, is this true or false? I gotta move my water out of the way. Right? That's what we're really trying to do. So the first step is we have to solve it. Before I can just decide, I have to solve it. Okay, so I have 3, which I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is 5. If I don't like doing the little dots like that, I could make my own. I like to do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So then I can count. And I like to count on. So I start with the bigger number. So this is 3, 4, 5. Either way, it's 5, which guess what? It was 5 over here. So I'm going to put a big T, right? So we solved it. We decided, right? We looked at, oh yeah, both sides say 5. So check mark, I know that's true. So the third statement is always I think I wrote how. Basically, you're going to write. Yes, you write in math, just like you write in reading, because when we tell you, sometimes you have to prove, you have to go, yeah, it is true, and I know it's true, and this is why I know it's true. And so that's why we're writing. We're going to write a simple sentence. I know it's true because, right, that's the word. I know it's true because, how did we know it's true? Well, both sides were 5, right? Both sides were equal. Both sides equal, just like we said equation, because in an equation, for an equation to be true, both sides have to be equal or the same. I know it's true because both sides are equal. Yeah, okay, let's do another. All right, let's do 3 plus 4 equals 6. So we're going to take the same steps, and I'm sure that some of my 4th and 5th graders are going, I know. I bet some of my 3rd graders are too. So, right, our first step before we just guess is to solve it. And some of you just solved it in your head, which is cool. So I like the dot thing. 1, 2, 3, right? And then this over here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to count on, which means I'm going to start with my bigger number 4. Even though 4 is second, it's a bigger number, right? There's more dots there. So I'm going to start here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait a minute. This is 6. So guess what? Not equal. So I'm going to put false, right? So we just did the second step, didn't we? Decide. We decided, right? Is it true or false? Well, we decided, no, it's not true. It is false because they are not equal. So now we're going to, how do we know? How did we know? How did we determine? Well, we solved it, and we saw that that one side was 7 and the other side was 6. The sides are not the same. They are not equal. So we can just write a simple sentence like this. I know it's false, right? I'm going to write false. Last time we wrote true, but this isn't true. This is false. I know it's false because both sides are not equal, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to try a couple ones a little bit harder. Let's do 4 plus 6 equals 3 plus 7. Now we saw today that sometimes we can check both sides, and if both sides have the same things, then that's one way that we automatically know if it's the same or not. Okay, so step 1 is solve. So let's try that. 4 over here, oh, there's no 4 over here. So my immediate thought might be, oh, they don't have the same. This has a 4 and a 6, and on this side it has a 3 and a 7. So my first thought might be, oh no, I don't think this is true. But you know what? I think I have to solve it just to make sure, right? If it was all the same, then I could have automatically said, like if I had put, let's just show an example, 4 plus 6 equals 6 plus 4. Well, there's a 4 here and a there, and there's a 6 here and a 6 here. It has exactly the same things on both sides. So I would automatically know this one is true, right? I know it's true because both sides have the exact same numbers, right? This one, it doesn't, but before I can that doesn't automatically mean it's false, right? I need to solve this one. So let's try it out. This has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this has 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, my 4th and 5th graders, we have been practicing together last year, memorizing ways to make 10. And if you remember, I actually see 2 ways to make 10 right here. Let's just check it out though. Okay, so I did 4 and 6. So I'm going to count on. So I'm going to start with my bigger number. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yep, see? 4 plus 6, that is one way to make 10. And I seem to remember this being another way. A 3 and a 7 is another way to make 10. Let's try it out though. 1, 2, 3. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm just going to count on. So I'm going to start with this bigger number. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it was 2 ways to make 10. Well, guess what? Even though the numbers were all different. Looked weird, didn't it? What was the big word? When I solved it, I had to do the math, right? When I solved it, I figured out that it's actually true. It's a big true, right? How do I know it's true? Well, I solved it and I realized both sides equal 10. Both sides are equal. So good work. We solved it, we decided. Now we have to say how we knew. Well, it's really simple. I know because both sides are equal. So that's all I have to write. I know, and I could even get fancy here. I know 4 plus 6 equals 3 plus 7 is true because both sides equal 10. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try a couple more together. Let me check the time. Oh yeah, I'm good on time. I like to do harder ones sometimes. Let's do 30 plus 20 equals 20 plus 30. And I think some of you are already going, oh, Miss Venable, that is so easy. So first step is solve, right? Well, let's try the trick to see if it's the same on both sides, because this one looks a little harder because it's got these zeros in there, right? So I see a 30 over here, and oh, I see a 30 over here. So I'm gonna put a check mark. And I see a 20 over here, and I look on this other side, right? I'm looking on the two sides of the equal, right? Here's one side, here's the other side. I see a 20 here, and yeah, there's a 20, and there's nothing else. So it's good. 30 on both sides and 20 on both sides. So this one, I can tell without solving, right? Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I know it's true, right? Because it has the exact same numbers on both sides. So guess what? We just decided now to write how. How? I know it's true because both sides have the same numbers. So let's try another one. Ready? I'm going to do 20 plus 30 equals 40 plus 10. Okay, so my first step, I have to solve. Well, let's try our other one, where we see, do we have the same things on both sides? I've got a 20 here. Oh, no, no 20. False? No. See? If it doesn't have the same, now I really have to try and solve it. Well, here's the cool thing about tens. And third graders, we did not do this. But you need to know this. Here's the cool thing about tens. This 20 is like saying I have 2 tens, right? This 30 is like saying I have 3 tens. This 40, so here's my other side of the equation, 4 tens, right? Put a plus sign here, plus 1 10. Well, those numbers are a lot easier to look at, aren't they? 2 plus 3, well, we already did that, didn't we? Let's see. Yeah, give it a minute. Yeah, right? It says 3 plus 2, but it doesn't matter the order. 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, it's the same thing. That was 5, right? I want to double check. I can double check. 1 2 1 2 3 3 4 5. Yep. So this side, oops, I should put it down here. This side says 5. Let's look over on this side. Well, 4 plus 1, that's pretty easy, right? 4, and then just one more. How many is that? Yeah, that's 5. I like to use my fingers sometimes. 5. So this is 1 2 3 4. One more. So 4 5. But it's not just 5, right? It's 5 tens. Over here, it's not 5. It's 5 tens. But guess what? 5 tens over here. 5 tens over here, which is another way to write that is 50 and 50. So guess what? We thought it was false, didn't we? Because we were like, oh, it doesn't have the same numbers. But we did this so important step where we solved it. And what did we figure out? Huh, it's actually true. Because of that big thing. What did we say? Number equation, equal, right? Both sides have to be equal and both sides are equal. So we decided the next step is, how did we know it's true? Well, I know it's true because I solved it and I saw that both sides are equal. I'm gonna write that. I know it's true because I solved it and both sides are equal. You know what would be an even better sentence there? Here we go. Here's an even better sentence. I can make this so you can see it. Here's a more complete sentence. I know, ready? 20 plus 30 equals 40 plus 10. Oops. Is true. That's an important thing to put, right? Is true because I solved it and both sides equal 50. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, our last problem is going to be a challenge problem. And I don't remember what challenge problem I put. I put a challenge problem on Schoology for you. I don't remember what it was. So I am going to just make a challenge problem of our own. Let's see, 130 plus 40 equals, let's see, 100 plus 60. Okay, so the first step is to solve it, right? Because I can look at this and I can see automatically, it does not have the same numbers on both sides. So use this color, right? It does not have, there's 100 here, but the rest of it is not the same. I see a 30 and a 40 over here. I see a 60. So I have to actually solve this one. Let's start. I know both of them have 100, right? So I see that there. So really I need to, if I take this 100 out, which is so the cool thing about numbers, which third grade we're going to focus on this year, fourth and fifth grade we've been learning this, and we're going to keep learning this. This number here can be broken down into 100 plus 30, right? So then I can take that 30 and add the 40 to it. And I can do like I did before, right? 30 is like saying 3 tens. 40 is like saying 4 tens. So I've got 1, 2, 3 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. So that's 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 tens, right, which equals 70. And then I had this 100 over here. I can't forget that 100, right? So 100 plus 70, which is so cool because if you look, there's numbers when I can just put them together. I can smush them together, right? Because this 7 would go in this tens place over here. So this just becomes 170. Well, let's do that over here. Well, fortunately, I just have a 60 here, right? So I can take this 60 and I can do the same thing I did down here. Actually, let's bring it down. So it's in the same, right? 100 plus 60, and if I smush them together, I'm going to put this 6 right over here in this tens place. And the zeros, they just stay 0. So this becomes 160, and look at that. Ugh, I'm so close, so close. Only 1/10 of difference, but this 170 does not equal 160, so this statement is false, isn't it? I tricked you because I was going to give you a true one that was harder, but I was like, no, we need another false one. Decide, right? And I had to solve it though to know. Because if I had just made this a 70 instead of a 60, this would have been a true statement. Yeah, there's different things I could have done, but I did make it false. So let's see. I know 130 plus 40 equals 100 plus 60 is, what's the word? False. Because, why? Because I solved it. And the sides are not equal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that helped refresh your memory for your math assignment today. And you can try out the math work, which I made for 3rd grade a little easier than what we saw, but for 4th and 5th grade, I know yours is a little bit harder. I can't wait to see what you prepare for me. I'm going to stop